Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm uploading a video based about something I'd like to talk about with you guys today. Dealing with the thing in WWE. Who is truly the face of WWE? In my opinion, I don't think it should be anybody. Uh, Bottom line is, it should be the Shield as being the face. See, the reason why is if you look at it this way, you got your these guys are kind of like the new generation of Triple H and The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Only they were in a faction together, uh, the Shield members. And bottom line is, this personally to me looks like the right way to go with all this. These three guys should be the center point of WWE. They should be looked at as the guys that win the championships, the major title, and go to war with each other and eventually go in a triple threat match. I think that that's something fans would really love and enjoy to see on a pay-per-view type quality event. Um, so definitely, I think that that is what really should be looked at as the centerpiece and center point of this company. WWE shouldn't be looking for one person to carry this whole entire ship. It should be those three guys. Daniel Bryan, he should be the fourth centerpiece involved in this. One of all, the biggest thing of all of it is the fans absolutely adore the guy. I mean, every time he comes out, the fans are cheering for him. He has the same exact pops that like Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, Hulk Hogan, you name it, he gets the same exact kind of cheers from the audience every single time, consistently, day after day, night after night, so to speak. And bottom line is, those would be the guys I'd be focused on. John Cena, he's on his way out. I'd say he's got another 3 to 4 years left, maybe at tops. He ain't the same quality he used to be. They're not pushing him to be the same anymore. I mean, he's holding a mid-card title of the United States Championship, and it's been a long time with him in the main event spot. So bottom line, it's totally understandable. I understand personally how I feel, how the fans feel about him. I feel the same way. I've kind of gotten a little tired of him. Not really hate him like a lot of other people do. At one point, I did hate him, and the reason why is because it felt like if he didn't get the championship, he probably would bitch and moan in the background, and he probably did at some point. But eventually, as he got older and more mature, he stopped doing things like that. Possibly, I'm not sure. I'm not basing it on fact, so with no proof. So I can't say anything like that. But that's just my assumption. I believe that something like that happened in the backstage a lot of times with him, back when he was a younger superstar. And bottom line is, I think that it's time. It's time to move on from the guys from back in the days in the mid 2000s and all that. It's time to focus on guys like Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Daniel Bryan, uh, Wade Barrett, most definitely. I think he's one of the most underrated wrestlers, as well as Cesaro. Both of those guys really should be at the top of really in the main event spots, in my opinion. I think those two guys got good talent, and they're pretty good entertainers, also to boot. Um, Personally, I don't see why, speaking of Cesaro and Wade Barrett, I don't even see why Cesaro is even doing anything with Tyson Kidd as a tag team partner. If anything, Cesaro belongs with Wade Barrett. Those two guys they're both foreigners, number one, so that would make a lot of sense. I mean, also now Sheamus is a heel. Truthfully, you could create a faction out of those three guys, and make them a foreign faction and whatnot. And add Rusev to it if you want to. That would help all four superstars boost their momentum up in the roster and everything. So definitely I think that would be a really great idea that they should go with later on during the year and do something like that. Um, but yeah, those are some guys that really are very, underrated in my opinion. They got good talents and they're not being used properly, and I think that's really sad and pretty dumb on Vince McMahon's part. But he's got four major talents technically. I'm not gonna say just the Shield. Daniel Bryan definitely, he has to be at the top of the list with those three other guys, and those four should be really the focal point. Changing my mind about this throughout the video, I believe those four should be the focal point of this company. The Shield members and Daniel Bryan. That's where it lies at this point in my mind. But also, as I mentioned, those foreign guys like Sheamus, Cesaro, Wade Barrett, and Rusev, those guys should be come together as a faction. I think they would make a really cool faction, and they definitely help each other build themselves up into main eventers as well. And, could be bad guys or something like that, or some of them could end up being good guys later on, become faces or heel, whatever way, wrestling terms you guys want to use on this. But personally, I feel that that would be really a cool idea that could boost them into main event status to compete with these other guys. Sheamus alone, I think he could be able to move up into, higher ups in the roster and everything just based on the name alone, because he's already kind of established himself and has already been in world title matches before. So I don't see why that couldn't be possible on his own, but I think it would help him even a lot quicker with him being in a faction with those three other men. I think it would be an outstanding faction. You could have a faction of these four guys together and have them compete against John Cena later on in November at Survivor Series. The United States versus so forth. Yada. I know it's kind of it's like redundant. It's kind of an overkill, but it'd be with more than just one It would be more than just one person. It'd be one faction against another faction with all United States versus foreign countries against each other. I think that would be kind of cool, but, like I said, it is a little over redundant. So, I don't think that would be the greatest idea, but it would be a kind of a neat little match filler besides the main event. But overall, I think that right now they need to focus a lot on Daniel Bryan. They've already got the WWE title on Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns needs to get his ass in gear, and they need to start getting him where he really should be. He doesn't belong where he is. And Dean Ambrose, excuse me. They need to get him on a winning streak and quick. This guy is done. His character is so good. People are into his character. They like what he does in the ring, and yet he gets nothing in return for that. And that's not him. That's WWE's fault. And I think that really is fucked up shit. They shouldn't be doing that to him. He don't deserve it, and he's really earned a lot of people's respect. Especially with all the bumps and bruises he's taken, and on top of it, losing his matches to guys like Bray Wyatt over and over and over again, not getting over in the matches, not having an end result of him winning at least one match between him and Bray Wyatt, and so on. So, this guy, Dean Ambrose, is probably the lowest guy on the figure right now besides Daniel Bryan. Roman Reigns, they just gotta rebuild him back up. He's still, in my mind, still in championship contention, even though, he's not going to be, there's rumors that he's not going to be competing for the World Championship throughout this year, possibly. Maybe until after SummerSlam, I have no idea. I really don't care at this point, because right now I'm not too impressed with Roman Reigns, and personally, with him being part of the Shield, he should be one of the guys that are doing something to contribute to the company's success. And he's really, in my opinion, outside of the match he had with Brock Lesnar and Daniel Bryan, he just really has not done a whole lot of things that have impressed me a whole lot. lately after that WrestleMania match. I was really impressed by his work. You know, the beating he took was you can't say you don't have respect for Roman Reigns at this point. You have to say he's gained some of your respect. And in my opinion, he has. But wrestling wise, again, he needs to work on that before he can be looked at as a world champion. And that's where his problem really lies. I have really no issues with his mic skills. His mic skills are pretty straightforward, standard kind of thing. Nothing too extravagant or unique about it, but it's, normal and straight to the point. And, that's kind of sometimes it's better doing it that way than trying to get all fancy about it and looking ridiculous. So, personally, I think, again, like I said, the 4 focal points that should be in this company right now is Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose. And 2 of the 4 guys really need to start getting, ramped up and start getting into main event status. But for right now, the only thing that's looking any good is Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Daniel Bryan, yeah, he's got a championship belt, but who fucking cares? Last year he was holding the world championship, and then that was stopped very quickly and abruptly because of the fact he got a major injury. And he never got the championship rematch at all. So, who really cares at this point? So, bottom line is, guys, those are my 4 guys I would think that should be the focal point of this company. Give me any comments, opinions, any suggestions you guys think about what you think of this video. And I'll talk back with you guys. Anyway, hit that subscribe button. I hope you enjoyed the video, and you guys have a great day, guys. Bye.